Hi, I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of RBWins.com. It's Wednesday, October 21st, and it's time for another edition of my free pick segment. Today, we're going to be looking at a college football game being played on Saturday, October 24th, and that game will be between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Missouri Tigers, 4 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff from Columbia, Missouri. And Kentucky is a 5.5-point favorite in that game. Before we get to that pick and the details of why I like it, just a friendly reminder, we have now cashed in on 4 of our last 5 college football free pick videos, going all the way back to week 3 of the week 2, I believe, of the college football season. So on a nice one, 4-1 over the last 5 weeks. Let's just put it that way. Last week we had the South Carolina Gamecocks as a home dog of +3. They won outright over the Auburn Tigers, so nice winner there. And speaking of college football, it's been a little bit of a tough go the last 2 weeks for me in college football with my pay selections. But even so, I'm still 34-27 with my last 61 in college football dating back to last season. And folks, my NFL right now is absolutely on fire. My NFL pay selections, 21-11 over my last 32, coming off a 5-1 week in week 6. And that was highlighted by a top play winner, 10-star top play winner on Tampa Bay against Green Bay. And the Bucs just absolutely blew the Packers out 38-10. Monday night, we had the Arizona Cardinals as a 1-point underdog. They crushed Dallas by an identical 38-10 score. And then, of course, on Sunday, I went 4-1. In addition to Tampa Bay, I had the Detroit Lions, who blew out Jacksonville 34-16. I also had the Chicago Bears, who were a 2-point underdog and won on the road at Carolina by a touchdown. And in addition to having the Washington football team and the New York Giants game going under 43, with the final score being 20-19. So red hot in the NFL right now. College football due for a huge week. And I'm going to have at least one college football total this week. And just a friendly reminder, folks, dating back the last 2 seasons, I am 16-8 with my last 24 college football totals. All you can get right there at rbwins.com. That's my personal website. $149 for a 1-week subscription, $4.99 for a 30-day subscription. And I give you my personal guarantee. If you're not making money at the end of the expiration of your subscription, I will extend your package until you are in the black and making a profit. I will never ask you for more money unless I've earned your money beyond your initial investment. And I also give that guarantee to people who renew. So can't beat that, folks. It should show you that I have a lot of confidence in my ability to win for you over the long haul. And for those of you who like to dabble in once in a while, I also have daily free picks Monday through Sunday right there at rbwins.com. Of course, those picks are not guaranteed. All right, let's get to the free pick. Kentucky at Missouri, as I alluded to right now, the Kentucky Wildcats are a 5.5-point road favorite in this contest. Kentucky began the season with losses to Auburn and then a home loss to Ole Miss, and they've rebounded the last 2 weeks to go 2-0 straight up in ATS, defeating Mississippi State 24-2, and also knocking off Tennessee last week as a 6-point road underdog as they beat the Volunteers handily 34-6 in those contests. Now, on the surface, those look like some pretty impressive Kentucky wins in which they seem to have dominated based on the final scoring margin of 22 points over Mississippi State, 28 points over Tennessee. However, they were able to win those games despite the fact they only had 157 total yards against Mississippi State and 294 against Tennessee. How did they win by such a large margin and score so many points? Well, they did so because they forced 10 turnovers in those 2 games, and they were +8 in that department. So they were very opportunistic, and their defense was a bend but not break mentality. and they were able to turn the ball over at key opportune times in those games, creating short fields for their offense or returning an interception for a touchdown like they did against Mississippi State. Now, here's the thing. They're coming off that upset win at Tennessee. I'm referring to Kentucky. And next up for the Kentucky Wildcats will be a top 10 team in Georgia that will be coming to Lexington. So in between is Missouri, a team that's really not fared well in the SEC in recent seasons. So it would be easy to see this being a flat spot for Kentucky based on what they're coming off of and what they have up next. Now, having said that, Missouri is coming off a bye week. Prior to the bye week, they had an impressive win, 45-42 at home against LSU, in a game they were a 14-point underdog in that contest. As a matter of fact, the Tigers were able to rack up 580-plus yards of total offense against LSU in that contest. Now, granted, LSU's defense has not been very good this year, but that's still they beat the reigning national championship champions on their home field as a 2-touchdown underdog. And now they have a Kentucky team coming in that very well may be flat, in Missouri coming off that bye week. An excellent opportunity to pull the upset here and establish some momentum, much needed momentum for a program that's struggled in the SEC. And then you look at Missouri's schedule this year. They opened the season up against number 2 Alabama. They did get inside the number in that game, outscoring Alabama in the second half and able to move the ball through the air against the Crimson Tide. They did lose at Tennessee, and then last week, 2 weeks ago, the upset win against LSU. The point being, all three of those teams they faced were ranked in the top 25 at the time they faced them. So again, I think Missouri has a edge in terms of the strength of schedule they faced so far. I think the situation is right for the home underdog here. I'm going to take the Missouri Tigers plus the 5.5 at home against the Kentucky Wildcats. I wouldn't be shocked to get the outright upset here, but I'll certainly take the points as an additional bonus and not get greedy. That's Missouri plus 5.5 over Kentucky on Saturday, and that's October the 24th. Until the next time, I'm Ross Benjamin. God bless and good luck.